3, 2, 1, action!
Oh my goodness.
Hello, friends, and welcome to Tori Talks TV. I'm Tori.
And I'm Dr. S.
And this is episode 12 of our show about shows.
We've hit a dozen.
This is a big deal, Dr. S.
Dirty dozen.
We are the Dirty Dozen tonight. All right, so let's get started with our segment called TV Tidbits. Okay, Dr. S, I'm going to go first.
Okay.
Well, I'd just like to start this off by saying I think that we are the Kathie Lee and Hoda of the interwebs. Yes.
Oh.
And the reason why I say that is because my TV tidbit is about Kathie Lee Gifford will be leaving the Today Show.
Oh my God. Are you okay?
You know what? I'm in mourning. I wish I had a black veil. She's been with them for 11 years. Actually, on their 11th anniversary, which will be April 7th, 2019, that's her last day.
Oh.
You know, I think I'm going to be okay.
Okay.
But I do get a lot of people saying that I remind them of Kathie Lee Gifford.
I see a little Kathie Lee in you.
I'm flattered.
In your faces? The faces that you make at the camera?
Nothing but flattered by that, even though Hoda's my favorite. But I'll take it, okay? It's a duo. They go hand in hand, right? So I'm sad to announce that. If you already knew that, okay. But if you didn't, yeah, that's happening. It's happening in like 4 months. So bye-bye, Kathie Lee Gifford. She's had a great career. She's going to go on to greener pastures. She's going to go on to other projects. So she's going to be fine.
Yes.
I would like to predict that I think that her replacement will be Jenna Bush Hager.
Oh.
So whenever she's been out, like when she's doing like television projects or just other things, it's always Jenna Bush Hager. Sometimes Chanel, which I love her too, but I think it's going to be Jenna Bush Hager. Do you have any predictions or?
I have no predictions. Kelly Clarkson, maybe?
Okay, wait, what?
I don't know.
Because that would be...
I want Kelly Clarkson to do everything on NBC.
Well, apparently she's in good with NBC, so that could be a possibility. Okay, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Kathie Lee Gifford, I love you, and you're awesome, and the bond and the friendship that Kathie Lee and Hoda have made is really sweet.
It is.
Kathie Lee, Hoda, love you too.
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe
in my opinion.
Maybe you can replace Kathie Lee, though.
Wait, what? I will audition.
I will vote
do that.
for Tori.
Oh my gosh, what if they put it to a vote?
I'll vote for you.
That'd be the biggest thing ever.
It'd be like 1%.
But I'd have to have you there. It's not the same.
Oh, us two equals one person?
Yes! It's a package deal.
Tori and Dr. S with Hoda.
Yes. Oh my gosh, best thing ever.
Yes.
Anyway, that is my TV tidbit. It was worth mentioning. So, Dr. S, what is your TV tidbit?
Okay, so mine is about Sesame Street.
Oh.
Yeah, Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they just introduced the first character with a homeless storyline.
Yes.
So the character is Lily, who was first introduced in 2011.
Oh.
And her thing was they first introduced her with being food insecure, calling attention to the hunger situation.
Right.
And so I just love that they're introducing this character with a homeless storyline, and she's going to be online only, so not in the regular, PBS TV series,
really?
but as a resource for teachers and like service people to use to like instruct like kids on like what it is to be homeless.
Yeah.
So I love that.
Oh my gosh.
And Sesame Street is just amazing because did you know that they also had a character with autism? Her name was Julia.
Yes.
I love that. And then also in the South African Sesame Street, there was a character with HIV.
No, I didn't know that.
So Sesame Street. So good job. I just wanted to give you a honorable mention for just doing such great work
All-inclusive.
Yes.
That's what Sesame Street is supposed to be
TV for the kids. I didn't get to watch Sesame Street as a child.
No?
No, I didn't really.
Wait, why?
My parents didn't really know about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So now that I myself have children, I am actually learning more about Sesame Street, and I'm really like kind of in awe of what Sesame Street does.
They are amazing. Yeah. They include everybody. Nobody's left out, and everybody can feel like they can relate to something that these characters are going through. Yes.
I love that.
Oh, Sesame Street, you continue to amaze me. Yeah. That was a very good TV tidbit, Dr. S.
Thank you.
I'm impressed. Okay. Let's bring it up a little bit. Okay. Very good. But I want to go on to our segment called Worth a Watch.
Okay.
Okay, so Dr. S, do you have a worth a watch?
I do not.
Fine. I didn't have one last week, so I'm just going to do a quick little shout out. My worth a watch is Top Chef Kentucky. This is their season 16. Okay, so I just started watching it. It's really good. Obviously, like, you always see different chefs from all around the country, but what I thought was so cool is that, like, they have chefs that, like, their, like, main specialty cuisine is, like, anywhere from West African to Vietnamese, even to, like, the local girl from Kentucky. And a lot of their recipes feature bourbon, which, like, you know, who doesn't like bourbon? And Padma's back there.
I like Padma.
Yeah. Oh, she's beautiful and she's wonderful. Yeah. And then we have Tom Colicchio, of course, as always. And Gail Simmons, who's always there, is like 9 months pregnant. She's huge. So she's she's in one of the episodes, but she's just kind of like from afar. They have to bring the food to her to judge. She's like days away from giving birth. So anyway, I always like Top Chef, but I don't know. This season has like, it started off with a really harmonious start. And like, you know, they're really like cutthroat usually, but like this one, I like it. They're kind of like working together and they have the camaraderie. So if you haven't seen Top Chef, it's on Bravo. Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Bravo.
Exactly. Yes, so that is my worth a watch. And it always will be. Okay. Every season. Yes. All right. Let's move on to our other weekly segment called Humor Me. Okay, the reason why we say humor me. So, Dr. S and I both have a guilty pleasure, what we consider our guilty pleasure. So, we have 60 seconds to talk about our guilty pleasure. So, if you could...
I don't feel guilty about my pleasure, people.
Well, you know what? That's great.
There's no need to feel guilty.
Sometimes I do.
It's fine to watch what you want to watch. Don't feel guilty, people.
You know what? You're right. You're absolutely right. But I still do. Okay? So if you could humor me for 60 seconds, I'm going to go 1st. You're going to go first? Okay, yeah.
Thank God.
So here we go. 60 seconds on the clock. This is my humor me about Teen Mom.
Teen Mom.
Okay. First Teen Mom is Cheyenne. So it was her birthday. We're starting to see that she has feelings for her baby daddy. They broke up previously. But baby daddy, by the way, Corey, baby daddy, you're like top notch. You're awesome. You're a stand-up guy. I actually hope that you guys end up together. Okay, Amber. So she's had everything she ever wanted. She has this perfect man in her life. She has this new baby, still depressed. Depression and anxiety is real, man. Okay, mental illness is real. And so she's got to like figure out how to overcome this. Even though she has everything she wants in life, doesn't matter. That's a disease and it takes over control. Okay, Macy, little girl Jade. She's like a little baby toddler. So she has these like huge like tonsils and they're like blocking her airways. So this little like 3-year-old has to get surgery. And she's like, the mom wants to opt out of it, but she's like, no, I have to do this for her baby. She's fine. Everything's okay. And then Bristol Palin still has baby daddy drama and she's not happy with the way it's being like conveyed about like Jerry Springer stuff. And anyway, it's over.
I wanted you to keep going though, but it was like.
I wanted to keep going.
I know.
But that's Teen Mom for you. You don't want it to stop.
I was like, keep talking, but the time I could see it.
No, I know. We have 60 seconds. It's fair. I have to honor that. But yeah, you guys, this is a great season of Teen Mom OG. Please watch if you haven't already. I'm 34 and I still love it.
Not a team, not a mom.
I'm not exactly, but I still love it. Okay, Dr. S, are you ready for
your
Riverdale Teen Mom? Yes. Ready? 60 seconds on the clock. Go!
Okay, so Veronica's still mad at her dad. He's still selling drugs in the prison that he built. Archie and Jughead have left town. They're fleeing to spend time with Jughead's mom. Betty, we thought she was taking drugs, and she found out that she was like she's like puking out the drugs. She's not actually taking the drugs. No. So she's like real. She helps Ethel escape and all the other girls at the convent. So Archie decides that, you know what? He's putting too much people in danger. He decides to flee the border. I think it's Canada, not Mexico. Jughead and his dad try to go back home to Riverdale, but guess what?
What?
Hiram Lodge, one of the worst parents in TV history, has quarantined the town. They're having seizures because of the drugs that he's producing at the prison. Yeah, so now Jughead can't go back into town. They're stuck outside. Yeah, so, you know, this show's crazy. Crazy. What I love about Riverdale is, like, every cliche in the book, like, you don't think that teens can be involved in such craziness, but they can. And this is, I think, the season finale for the winter. See you in January.
Dr. S, can I be honest with you? I thought Hiram Lodge was a place this whole time.
It sounds like it. I know.
I thought this was like a lodge, like a log cabin.
That's the name of the dad.
His name is Hiram Lodge.
Hiram Lodge. His wife is Hermione.
The whole time I thought this was a place.
Hiram and Hermione.
I was like, what's going on in
the worst
Hiram
spirits.
Lodge? Okay, wow. Did you say that was the season finale, winter finale?
Yeah, winter finale.
Did you get everything in that you needed to?
I think so. There's so much. There's so much, people.
You guys.
You know. If you watch it, you know. Wink. Hashtag.
You know what's up. Wow. Okay, so thank you for humoring us for the 60 seconds each of our guilty pleasures. So yeah, I think it's time we move on because we have to. I'm sure we'd love to keep talking about this, but
my heart's still pounding though.
I'm gonna tell you. Can I say something?
Yes.
That was my favorite of your humor.
Oh my god, thank you.
That was it. I was like,
can you feel the stress in me?
What's gonna happen?
Oh my god.
Yeah. So good job, Dr. S. Okay. So next segment is our sour gripes.
Oh.
So I don't have one this week.
Oh.
Unlike last week, but Dr. S, do you have one?
Oh. Do I?
Oh my gosh.
I haven't griped in quite the while.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
I haven't griped in quite the while.
Please share this.
So this is my gripe. So I was like on the YouTube.
YouTube,
which I love.
Thank you, YouTube.
Subscribe to Tori Talks TV, by the way.
Woo-woo.
So I was just like, oh my god, there's like a teaser for Stranger Things, which we love, right? Stranger Things?
The new season.
Yeah, do you remember when you said the season was going to come out? Tell me when you said.
Like a long time from now.
Like, you said like January. You said
I'm
January.
pretty sure.
Okay, so guess what?
What?
So I see this teaser, and it's called, it's like a title teaser. You know what a title teaser is?
No.
I had never heard of a title teaser.
You're stressing me out.
All they freaking tell you is the titles of the episodes. Titles of the episodes. So, titles of the episodes.
Oh, okay. So, you're telling me you're telling me that there's a teaser for Stranger Things, the new season!
And it lists the titles, which I will tell you what they are. Tell me if this is titillating. Are these titles titillating to you, Tori Talks TV?
Whoa, with the
host?
cheese.
Yes.
Lots of cheese.
Susie, do you copy? Okay.
Susie, do you
The Mallrats. Okay.
Wait, what?
The case of the missing lifeguard. Okay. The sauna test. Oh.
This is Stranger Things?
The source. The birthday. The bite. And the Battle of Starcourt, which the Starcourt is the Starcourt Mall, which is like the new mall in the town. Okay. And there's mall rats, so something with the mall rats. Fine! This is not a teaser. This is like, let me just give them something. I just remember that you said January 2019. Well, guess what? This says summer of 1985. Summer.
Of 1985?
Yeah, well, I mean...
Does that mean that's not going to come out in the summer?
Yes!
Okay, listen!
This is a gripe, people.
Brothers.
I don't know. They haven't even said the date. It just says coming 2019.
Okay, I get it. You guys, like, the brothers that created this, you did a great job, and, like, it's a really big deal. Doesn't mean that you're, like, Game of Thrones worthy, that you can push it away for 6 more months, okay?
Yeah.
Like, we're on the edge of our seats here, and you put a little teaser
and just titles. I mean, Game of Thrones put out a teaser as well, and at least they did this cool, like, the winter, the fire, the dragons. Like, they at least showed something.
We know it's not going to be that long.
This is just titles. Like, they didn't say, like, oh, dragons of fire, like, black screen, white text. They showed something. Come on, Stranger Things.
Brothers. It's the Duffer Brothers.
Duffer Brothers.
Yep.
Yeah. I want a little bit more.
Don't piss me off.
A little bit more.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
That's all I have.
If I have to wait till the summer, we're going to have words.
It better be good.
Yeah. I will write you. I will find you. Yeah. And we'll talk about it.
But title teaser, I say that should not be a thing.
That's a really good sour gripe because you just got me all worked up about it.
Freaking mad.
I'm going to go ahead and just like, yeah. You know what? That's a joint one.
You like that?
I co-sign this sour gripe.
Comment if you agree.
Yeah. Don't piss me. Okay. All right. Well,
right?
That was a really great sour grape. You know what? To make ourselves feel better, let's move on to our favorite segment, everybody. It's time for our Fab 5. You know what? To keep in the spirit of this holiday season, by the way, happy Hanukkah, everybody. But it is now time for Christmas. So let's do our favorite 5 Christmas TV episodes.
Okay.
Christmas.
Christmas.
So I usually go first, so I'm going to go ahead and let you go first this time. So,
Thank you.
Dr. S,
Thank you.
what's your number 5?
So mine is from the show Arrested Development,
Oh.
which I know you don't watch because I had an entry last week.
But Larry David's great.
The episode is called Afternoon Delight.
Oh, like skyrockets in flight? Afternoon Delight?
Yeah, I don't know if you ever really closely listened to the lyrics of that song. Kind of inappropriate for especially if an uncle and a niece are singing it to each other. Yeah, it's kind of funny. You need to YouTube this. Okay. It's probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen on TV.
Now I'm intrigued.
Yes, you need to watch it. But it's from season 2, episode 6, and Jason Bateman, who's the uncle, sings it with his niece, character named Maybe.
Wait, I'm sorry. The character's name is
Her
Maybe?
name's Maybe. Maeby.
I feel uncomfortable.
I need to put this as my next worth the watch, girl.
Yes,
because the show is awesome.
Her name is Maybe. Like her parents named her Maybe.
Maybe.
Like, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
And
by the way, Jason Bateman's her uncle. He has a son. I forgot his name, but he has a crush on his cousin, Maybe. And that's like the running joke. But at this Christmas episode at the Blues Company party, they sing Afternoon Delight together. He's like, yeah, karaoke, yeah, choose the first song that comes on. And it's Afternoon Delight, and it is raunchy. It's about, like, a couple, like, let's meet in the afternoon and get it on. It's so awkward, and the reaction shots in the audience are like, whoa.
Sorry, I missed that.
It's so good.
I'm sorry I missed that. I'll have to tune in.
It's worth a watch.
I'm going to YouTube that.
Yeah, it's good. So that's my number 5.
Oh my gosh.
It's really good.
Oh, I feel icky.
Yeah, so does everyone. Everyone who watches this feels icky.
Oh.
And anyone who's ever listened to that song from henceforward, and beyond.
I need a shower. Okay. How about we move on?
No, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is very specific to Saturday Night Live, Justin Timberlake. It's one of the many times that he hosted, but this one is specifically when he did It's Just My... In a Box.
Ooh.
Okay. So not only did he do that with Andy Samberg, which was, it's like a classic.
It's a classic.
Now. Everybody loves it.
Instant classic.
He also does this little character. Well, he like dresses up as something really obscure. This time it was a soup. Like it was like a cup of soup. Bring it on down to Homelessville. So he's like competing against like the Santa for like Salvation Army that rings the bell. And like he's like, bring it on down to Homelessville. Anyway, they end up working together, but I have to give kudos to Justin Timberlake.
He's a man of many talents.
Oh my gosh. He's a freak of nature. But this specific SNL, because they always replay it during this time, obviously, because it's like, you know, the holiday season, but like this episode, if you can find it with the Bring It On Down to Homelessville and the In a Box, you'll laugh from beginning to end. So I had to put that on my list as number 5.
Okay.
Enjoy. Okay?
Yep.
Dr. S, let's go to number 4.
My number 4 is from the OC.
Okay.
Season 1, episode 13, the best Christmas ever.
You have to.
Because I love these people. Can I be a part of your family, first of all? And let's like, you know, you're Jewish and you're Christian, I guess.
Catholic.
And then Catholic. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to bring together the traditions of both sides of my family and create the best Christmas ever.
Oh my gosh, Dr. S, that was such a good one. You know what? My number 4 is
Shut
the OC.
Shut your face.
Season 1, episode 13.
Oh my God, I love it.
The best Christmas ever.
Number 4?
Yes. We both have the same number 4. This is exciting when this happens. Okay, everybody? So, Seth Cohen.
I love him. How do you not love him? He's like the most adorable person in the world.
He has a mom who is Catholic,
yes.
a dad who's Jewish. He's like, I'm going to bring you Christmas and Hanukkah together and make you Christmas.
Yes, Christmas.
And he also has his friend, you know, Ryan, who lives in the pool house. And he's like, and Ryan hasn't had the best of lives, so he's not, you know, he's not like all about like celebrating this time of year, but he's like, hey, I'll bring you in, let you in a little secret. My little yarmulke is actually like a little Santa hat. And it's like the size of a yarmulke. And this is Christmas. So, happy Christmas, everybody.
I love it.
We have the same number 4. I had no idea.
That is so funny.
When you said that, I tried to keep my composure.
This is so tough. The struggle is real, people.
The struggle is real. That's a big deal, though. So
I kind of see now why we have a show together.
It was meant to be. This is called chemistry, everybody.
Tolerant.
Write it down. Take note. Okay, so well, I'm excited to see what is
me too.
in store. Okay, so number 3, Dr. S. What's your number 3?
From the show Friends.
Okay.
Season 7, episode 10.
Okay.
The one with the holiday armadillo.
Oh, of course. How can you leave that out?
Yeah, so Ross. He's trying to get us in. He's just trying to be normal, like for Ben.
His little son.
Yeah, but he's a little like procrastinator. So dang it, no more Santa outfits, but they have an armadillo.
Wait a little too long, but
yeah. But you know, the holiday armadillo. Ross tries to be a good dad. He's like creates this new like tradition.
Right. Like how original is that? You'll never forget the holiday armadillo.
But then Monica is there when he introduces the holiday armadillo to Ben, and she's just like, oh really? Where did you come from, Texas?
Tex-Mex.
Tex-Mex. It's just so good.
I agree with that one. That's a really good one.
That's
yes.
a good one. Don't.
No, I love your number 3. Okay, my number 3 is not the same.
Okay.
But it is from The Office, Season 2, Episode 10, Christmas Party.
Yes.
Okay. So they decided to do like an Office Secret Santa. Michael Scott, being the stone cold weirdo that he is, he's not happy with his homemade gift that somebody made for him. So they have like a $20 budget, and he's like, oh, great, thanks. So he's like, okay, everybody, attention. Let's do like was it a white elephant? Yeah, let's do a white elephant gift exchange. And okay, remember how like Michael Scott kind of has like a crush on Ryan, the intern? Mm-hmm. Okay, played by BJ Novak. And so he buys him like this really elaborate gift. Again, $20 limit, buys an iPod at the time. So obviously more than $20. He buys it for Ryan, but he's like in this little like gift exchange, and it all like goes to crap. Yeah. And alcohol is involved, obviously, but it is just hilarity ensues, and it's one of my favorite episodes ever.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So that's my number 3, Dr. S. Let's go to number 2.
Okay, my number 2 is from 30 Rock.
Oh, wow.
Which it's called Ludachristmas.
Ooh,
Ludachristmas.
I am not familiar with this. Tell me.
Okay, so 30 Rock, 30 Rock is like loosely based around Saturday Night Live. Mm-hmm. 30 Rock, Rockefeller Center, and in order to avoid his family, Alec Baldwin's character, I forgot his name, but he was like, oh, let's make this Christmas episode. But anyways, he like doesn't want to spend time with his family because he's like, oh, my mom's crazy. But then he meets like Liz Lemon's family, who's like the epitome of like support, like everything. Aww. Like, I love the way you hold your pen.
Are you serious?
I love the way you drink your water.
If somebody could tell me that one time in my life,
right?
I'd be great.
So he's like, oh, these people are so much more supportive. But then they all get together. It's Liz and I forgot Alec Baldwin's character's name. Get together, and he realizes that, you know what? And Liz Lemon's, her brother, by the way, is played by Andy Richter.
Oh my God,
I know.
No way.
He never comes back, though. We really hoped he would. But anyways.
Oh, you disappeared.
I know, but they get in this epic fight over Christmas dinner. And Jack Donovan is his name.
Oh, Alec Baldwin?
Yes!
Oh, okay.
He realizes that he and his mom don't have it so bad after all, and he's like, I love your mom. Oh. Yeah, so it's just hilarious. And also, like, Tracy Morgan, they, like, this crazy hilarity ensues.
I love Tracy Morgan.
Oh my gosh, the Page, I forgot his name. The Page, but he's just like, you guys have no sense of what Christmas is all about, and he does this whole like, Christian nativity, like blah blah blah, this is what Christmas is about. It's just so funny.
Oh my gosh, he's so funny. I know who you're talking about. Why do I know who you're talking about?
The Page?
I don't know his name.
He's funny. He's so funny.
You deserve more than that, sir.
I don't remember what his name is.
I'm sorry, but
that show is so good.
I honestly have been trying to watch that forever.
I will put it on my worth to watch as well.
Really?
Worth a watch, because there's also so Tracy Morgan, of course, Liz Lemon's one of my favorites. Yes. Alec Baldwin, whoever this Page is.
TV
and then
royalty.
Kenneth! Yes,
okay.
So funny.
You have just listed a whole bunch of people that are like a huge deal in the TV industry.
And then there's a person, I forgot her name as well, but she used to be on Ally McBeal, blonde. I don't remember her name, but she's so funny too. Anyways, this show's amazing. I forgot her name.
I know her. I know who you're talking about.
30 Rock. I know. Don't. It's okay.
Ally McBeal, I know who you're talking about.
I know. I'm the worst.
So that was your number 2, yes?
That was number 2. Ludachristmas.
I am so excited to announce my number 2. This is a really huge deal in my house.
Okay.
It's from Seinfeld. Season 9, episode 10. The Strike. Christmas. What Christmas? Okay. I think you're gonna know this.
I do.
So basically, Frank Costanza, George Costanza's dad, is not happy with, like, the religious, commercial, like, you know, holidays.
Yes.
Like the whole theme of Christmas, right? So he comes up with his own holiday called Festivus. Let me quote him. Festivus for the rest of us. That's okay, like, enough said.
Right.
But this is like the time, okay, I love when he's like explaining this to Cosmo. He's like, so this is the time where, like, when we have dinner, like, we basically tell everybody, like, what made us the most disappointed. Like, how you disappointed me throughout the year. Basically, airing of grievances. Which is okay. Awesome. Oh my gosh, like, who does that? And that's hilarious. And they didn't have a Christmas tree. They had an aluminum pole. Which I think you can see in my graphic. So every year, his dad, George's dad, is like, you ready for the feat of strength? And it's like the most, it's not holiday at all, but apparently, like, he and George, like, have to fight. Like, they have to, like, duke it out. And George cries every time. I don't know. It's like a big deal. Like, George is obviously traumatized by this, but Festivus for the rest of us.
Festivus for the rest of us. I love these, like, fake holidays, like Christmaka.
And Festivus.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
You are, like, honestly, that's so cool because, like, all the, like, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, I get it. But, like, these are, like, really fun little holidays for anybody else that doesn't really care about the other ones.
Right. I love that.
Number 2, Seinfeld. Really should be higher, but I had to give you number 2.
Good one.
Okay, thank you. I'm ready to hear your number 1.
I like that one. Okay.
Okay.
So my number 1 is from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
No!
It is called Amends.
Wait.
Amends?
I don't remember this one. Please
yeah, you will once I tell you about
enlighten me. Go.
Season 3, episode 10. Season 3 was probably one of the best seasons ever of Buffy because it's the last season with Angel before he goes off on... I'm about to start crying. This is such a good episode.
Don't do it.
So basically, Angel gets nightmares or dreams of all the evils that he has committed. Do you remember when he killed Jenny Calendar, Giles' girlfriend, their teacher?
Oh my god. You just hurt me
God.
all
I have
over again.
my legs, I have goosebumps all over.
I'm not kidding. I heard
So
it in my
she
stomach.
visits him, and he, Angel with the soul, has to remember all the horrible things that he did to Jenny Calendar. He, like, cracked her neck. Giles' girlfriend! And Buffy's teacher, and Xander's teacher, and Willow's teacher, all these people. And then it also flashes back to all the people that Angel killed in his, you know, past, like, centuries past.
I can't handle this.
I know. You don't remember, but you will remember as I tell you.
I blocked it out.
Yeah. So then it's like he is like feels so guilty over what he has done in his life that he like goes to Sunnydale on this hill and he wants to wait for the sun to rise so that he can basically kill himself. Like Angel is just like, I deserve to die because of all the bad things that I have done in this world. And Buffy's like, no, I love you. I love you. I can't do this. And he's like about to die and the snow starts to fall. Oh my God. Do you remember? The snow starts to fall.
Why did you say it?
The snow starts to fall. And then they start wandering through the town together.
And this is the last we see
I'm like,
of him.
look at my legs.
No.
No. Oh my God. And
Okay.
she's like, no. And he hates himself because he wants to like just give in to how much he loves her. But if he gives in to how much he loves her, which means has sex with her, his soul will go away. It's just like tormented love. They love each other.
This is your number 1.
This is my number 1.
Why do you do it to us?
So good. I'm sorry, people.
It's a good one because
If
it's
Buffy
so sweet.
does an episode related to a topic, she will be number 1. It's so freaking good.
Dr.
people.
S, I need to come up from this.
Serious, deep existential issues.
I feel like I pushed that down.
I am sorry,
I've
but
seen every
this
episode.
was a very ambitious, amazing feat for a show called Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I mean, like, yeah, do you remember?
That's
the
raw
snow
emotion.
falling?
I
know.
actually didn't remember it until now, and I feel like that was a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
I wanted to not remember this
Like
because
to visit all those ghosts of Christmas past in
my
like
God.
true
Oof.
Christmas Carol style,
I
but this was
literally
like
just got a chill.
super deep. Super deep.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I'm sorry if I ruined your Christmas, people, but that is dang good.
It's okay, Dr. S, because I have an idea of how to bring it up a little bit.
Okay, do it.
I'm going to bring it up with my number 1.
Okay.
It may sound familiar to you. My number 1 is from Friends. Season 7,
Okay.
episode 10, the one with the holiday armadillo.
It's so good though.
Okay, Dr. S. Do you know, this is the one episode that makes me laugh more than anything as far as, like, the holiday season. Okay, so Ross is trying to teach his kid, because Ross is Jewish, and he's like, oh, you know, this is the nights of Hanukkah and blah, blah, blah. And then, like, Ben's like, but what about Santa? And he's like, okay, you're right. We should probably, like, keep Santa at the forefront. So he goes to, like, rent a Santa costume. No more Santa costumes, okay?
Aww.
Like, it's late December. All I can find is this, like, armadillo costume, which is so random. But for some reason, Chandler shows up in a Santa costume. And Ross comes with his armadillo costume. And my favorite line of the whole thing is, Chandler's there like Santa. He's playing Santa, and he's like, what are you doing here, weird turtle man? Because it's not obvious that it's like an armadillo. So anyway, the holiday armadillo, ends up telling the story of the Maccabees and Hanukkah. And it's so cute. They have, like, their own little mascot. Because, you know, Hanukkah doesn't really have... Like, we have Santa for Christmas. But what do you have for Hanukkah?
True.
You have a yarmulke.
A yarmulke.
Yeah. So the holiday armadillo kind of becomes, like, the staple. Like, the mascot for Hanukkah. It's so sweet. But yeah, anyway... I know you had that on your list,
that was
but
so funny, though.
I put it as number one because I laughed harder than anything, and that's my favorite. But
wait, there was a funny part where, you know, he has the little... and then
claws.
He's like, maybe the lady will help. Because he can't pick up the presents. And it was Monica.
Oh my god!
And she's on board because she is the aunt.
But she's trying really hard to make this happen for him. Yes, for little Ben. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That was my absolute favorite.
It's good stuff.
Christmas episode. Anyway, that is our Fab Five. We always seem to have the same, but like the fact that our number 4 was the same? Wait, what?
That was good. So we had 2 of the same.
We had 2 of the same! Yay! We're like this. We get closer every episode.
Yes. That's fun.
Well, hope you all enjoyed our Fab Five. It is time to move on to our last segment of the episode, everybody. It is the time that we induct a new TV show, into our Wall of Fame.
Yes.
This TV show is very near and dear to our hearts.
Yes.
It is called The Wonder Years. Oh my gosh. Everybody, let's just remember, this is a period dramedy told from the point of view of adult Kevin Arnold, played by Daniel Stern. Did I say it right?
That's his
Stern?
voice.
Sure. Anyway, it recalls Kevin's adolescence during the turbulent times of the late 1960s and 1970s. So, like, there was, like, a war going on. Like, this was a big deal. I would just like to point out that this was the most realistic interpretation of, like, kid, adolescent, teenager life ever.
Yes.
And I only know that more now, because when I first started watching it, I was, like, very young. But, like, it's the most quintessential show. I remember literally watching it with, like, I have 2 older brothers, mom, dad. We would all watch it together. Like, it's very nostalgic for me.
Well, for me, it was my, like, junior high into high school.
Oh,
So
okay.
I was literally their age. In fact, I'm the same age as Danica McKellar.
Shut your face.
Like, she was born the same year I was born.
Up.
100%.
Oh my gosh.
In fact, every single boy I knew was, like, in love with her.
You're so lucky.
She's cool,
Winnie
though.
Cooper!
Winnie Cooper!
Aww.
Oh my gosh, they're so cute.
Yeah.
As I think back, they were like little kids, and then they grew up on that
They
show
grew up together.
Totally.
No, you get to see, like the real... Okay, so it goes through, like, their first kiss.
So cute. First episode.
The first episode.
Was it the dog smelling the butt thing?
Oh my gosh, I think
Do you
you're
remember
right.
that?
Yes!
That just came back to me this second.
Wow, that was really good. That means it was a big deal.
Yes.
It goes from first kiss, first car, cheesy first dance, all the way into first love, which is their puppy love between Kevin and Winnie. And they're one of my favorite TV couples of all time. Yeah.
You know what, too? As a kind of cinephile, in terms of TV history, this was the first show, like, for, like, a dramatic sitcom type show that used single camera. So, you know, sitcoms typically use 3-camera setup, one view, and they just cut between the 3 cameras.
Yeah.
They use a single camera, which is a much more cinematic, like, filmmaking device.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, and then the whole first-person narration that you mentioned, Daniel Stern, kind of gives it that filmic, like, high-quality feel. You don't really see that in sitcoms.
It's almost
so
like
it's kind
reality television. It's like the
cinematic,
original.
yes.
Okay.
No laugh track.
Oh,
right?
that's why I thought of it.
Like, for like a 30-minute show, usually it's like a sitcom with, like, you know, the whole laugh track thing.
ABC and
so
X
it gave
or
it that really, like, kind of like high quality cinematic feel, which was really different at that time.
That's true. And you know, obviously we were younger when this show came out, so like we saw it from like the children, teenager, adolescent point of view. But you can also, if you were like a parent at that time, you could see it from the parents' point of view.
Yeah.
I remember that mom and dad, and like obviously at that time, like the dad, you know, they work and they bring home the bacon, and the woman's like the homemaker, and but Kevin, like the narrator, he would talk about like my mom was like always like this, and she'd always make sure that we were happy and blah blah blah. And the dad was like, he was like rough and crude, but he would make sure that like we were always provided for, and like it's really neat to see that side.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was a really true representation of that time. Obviously, we didn't live through the war.
Yes.
We don't know, but it was really neat to see. And
yes.
In my eyes, Kevin and Winnie
I know.
lasted forever.
You know like how many people made their debut in that show as well? So
a lot of people.
Yeah, so Juliette Lewis.
Oh.
Yeah, Jim Caviezel, Alicia Silverstone,
Mark Paul Gosselaar. Saved by the Bell.
Giovanni Ribisi.
Shut your face.
Yeah, no joke. Mark Paul Gosselaar. And David Schwimmer.
From Friends!
I do not remember any of
we
this
just
at all.
talked about.
Yes, John Corbett and Robin Thicke. Yeah. I swear. I looked it up.
So thank you, Wonder Years,
I know.
for that.
So it's kind of a grooming ground? I don't know.
Because, like, if you were, like, gonna make it big, like, you started on Wonder Years, apparently. Yeah. And Danica McGellar, who was Winnie, she went off to be, like, a mathematician. Like
well, she went to UCLA, got a degree, and then she wrote, like, a lot of books.
Yeah.
One of them was about math and kind of, like, you know, for girls. I think that's pretty awesome. So, but she's written several books that have gone on to, like, you know.
Be successful.
Yes.
Did you know?
Did I?
Fred Savage, Danica McGellar, she apparently, like, got taller than him for a little while, and she was not on the show for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And it was because they wanted him to, like, catch up to her height, like, apparently. So
they wrote around it.
Yeah, exactly. And Fred
like,
Savage, have you seen a better child actor? Like, that guy's amazing.
And now he does, like, other things. Like, he, like, directs
in commercials, apparently.
But he says he's totally cool with the fact that, like, he'll always be that guy from the Wonder Years.
And he's
like,
cool with it.
Nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it.
I love that show.
Yeah. You get to see everything. You get to see he has an older brother. He has an older sister. Like, anybody can relate to this show. So it's so worthy of our Wall of Fame. It's a series of family values and lifelong lessons. So, hey, Wonder Years.
Thank you.
Welcome to Tori Talks TV's Wall of Fame. Happy to have you. Oh my gosh. Well, here we go.
Here we go.
It's the end of another very fun episode of Tori Talks TV. This is episode 12. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. And we will see you next time on Tori Talks TV. Hey, everybody. Happy TV watching. See you next time. Bye-bye. Bye. Do you have anything funny to say? Huh, Mr. Director over there with my...
You think it's so easy to sit up here?
Slate and my whiteboard and my bossy face?
And my beard?
Smells like booze in here.
Well, that's Tori.